Welcome, my unique Royal Beauty family. Welcome, men and women. And if you have not been on my channel before, I am unique, and I am here to help you to realize you are unique, royal, and beautiful. So, today is a new day. Today is going to be a brighter day. Another step toward your future. Another step toward living your best life. Today's subject is Social Security. So, whether you receive Social Security or you know someone else that needs Social Security, or you need Social Security, or whether you have been denied Social Security, or whether you used to get Social Security and then got cut off of Social Security, this topic is for you. So, let's begin with everyone like, okay, subscribe if you like. So let's begin with those of you unique beauties that cannot manage to get Social Security, do not have an income, don't know which way to go. Maybe you've been to the doctors or not. The first thing you need to do is, before you even get Social Security, because sometimes in different states it can take longer and longer than enough. Okay. So the first thing you need to do is go to your public assistance office. Every state has them. Some people call them the welfare office. Well, the public assistance office has a lot more involved in it than just welfare. As we know, as far as I know, there is no longer welfare anyway. They might be food assistance for people, but cash assistance is for really unusual circumstances. And one of those unusual circumstances are for people who apply for disability and are waiting to see if they are eligible and need money now, basically cannot work. You know, your situation is just too much for you to be able to go out and work. So the first step you need to do is go to your public assistance office and tell them that you'd like to sign up for public assistance, but you really feel that you're disabled. That would be a quicker step for you to get your Social Security. They will give you some forms, which I'm going to show you some forms at the end of the video. So watch the whole video if you want to get all the important information that you need. So they will give you some forms. Maybe if you don't know about these forms, they might not give them to you, and then it becomes that you're just sitting there with no income, suffering when you're already suffering with maybe conditions that maybe you haven't even been to the doctors yet to find out about. Or maybe you have, but you just don't know which way to turn. So I'm going to tell you about those forms. So you need to tell the public assistance office that you need assistance now. You need cash assistance, food assistance, and medical assistance. And they will sign you up and basically probably tell you, if you're single, that you're denied unless you are disabled. So, and that being said, they will make you go sign up for Social Security at the Social Security office. While you're signing up at the Social Security office, they'll ask you to bring that form back to the welfare office. When you bring that form back to the welfare or public assistance office, they have to start you off on assistance, of some type of assistance while you're waiting. Okay, they don't have to, depending on your state, give you cash, but they definitely have to give you food and medical. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, After you do that and you talk to the Social Security office and all that, you're going to get a lot of forms and stuff from the Social Security office. Definitely fill out all that paperwork, everything, send it in. Keep copies. Oh, I can't express how much I need to tell you to keep copies. I have dealt with so many clients over the last 10 years that even though I would give them copies, or they had copies from previous people they were working with, they didn't keep them. Keep your copies. You have to have proof. If you are forced, God forbid, if you are forced to have to go into court for a hearing for this Social Security, you need to walk those forms in. Because just to let you know, the court system is not on your side. And when you get down there, they probably won't have any of the paperwork that you sent in. So keep copies. Now, you must continue to keep doing what the Social Security office asks you, because if you don't, they won't go to the next step with your case. Okay? So that's number 2. Number 3. At this point, you should be receiving some type of assistance from the welfare and everything, to like help you at least a little bit. Now, the main thing is go to your doctor's appointments. If you don't have a psychiatrist or a psychologist, please get one immediately. That's going to be a matter of extreme how quick you get your Social Security and how quick you don't. Keep all appointments. So they tell you to come to your appointment on every week or every 2 weeks or every month. Keep all your appointments. Keep a letter of all your prescriptions that you have also. Keep all these in a file. Okay, I suggest that you go buy you a folder and like write on it Social Security documents and keep everything in there. You're going to need them. So I know clients who have gotten Social Security in less than a month, and I also know clients who haven't gotten Social Security in years. So a lot depends on what I found out later, which I'm going to share with you closer to the end of the video, so stay with me. So that's for people who need to sign up for Social Security. What about people who actually was getting Social Security? Maybe they've been in a hospitalized, and they gave it to you, and then they do a review and cut you off the Social Security. But yet, you're still disabled. As a matter of fact, you might be worse off than you was from the time you got it the first time, and they cut you off. Know that this does happen. I have experienced this with people. So if you happen to be one of the unfortunate ones that have been getting Social Security for a while, several years, and then they call you up for a review, you don't know what to do, you're already dealing with all your unique situations that you're dealing with, and they expect you to be able to fight these people at the Social Security office. They tell you to come in for the Social Security office. Oh, and I tell you, that is awful, the stuff they do to you. You go into the Social Security office, they give you these people, they're doctors, they're so-called psychiatrists or whatever, and you're going there because you have some unique disabilities like depression, bipolar, schizophrenic, anxiety, things like that. And they actually give you a test for like a learning disability. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense, okay? Know that this happens a lot. You pass that test because you don't have a learning disability. And then they cut you off and say you've been denied. How many of you leave comments if you have experienced this, been out there like that, and now you have no Social Security check, you was getting it, you have no income? Know that this is what you need to do immediately. Appeal the decision and appeal it again. And there's a little box on the appeal process paperwork that says check off the box, and different states might look different. I would like, It's probably on one of the last papers. I would like, this is what you want to make sure you check the box that says, I would like to appeal this and continue getting my Social Security check. Make sure. That way, while you're appealing and appealing, it could be years, you will still be getting your check. A lot of clients did not know this. It's surprising that a lot of people don't know this, and they're not going to tell you this. Of course. Now, if for some reason in your state you can't find the box or it doesn't say that, write big marker all over the paper. I would like to appeal this on the appeal paperwork. Write it in marker. I would like to appeal this, but I also would like to continue getting my check while I appeal, because it will cause me hardship to the point of non-existence if I don't appeal. That's what you want to write on there, explanation mark, okay? So, while you're waiting for that, it could be some time and everything like that. If you already got it and you got cut off, that's what we were discussing right now. So, I went over, if you never got Social Security, how to go about it, and I also went over if you got it and got cut off. So, how about some of you who do get Social Security? That's a good thing. If you like this subject, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button if you would like to hear more topics on this. So, how about if you get Social Security and you can't manage your money and you're ending up in a whole bunch of situations? That will be another topic for another video. So if you get Social Security and you have a payee and you don't want the payee, then you need to think about it very carefully, first of all, because sometimes with your unique conditions and things you have, your mind might think you don't like that payee, but you can end up with a worse payee. You understand what I'm saying? If you get it changed. So consider that very, very carefully. While after you are on medication and have taken your medication consistently. And if you do need to change, there is help for you. Okay? If you don't know how to go about it in your state, I will get you some numbers. Just comment and let me know, and some different places where they can help you, because there's actually social workers out here. I used to do that job before to help people with their payee, social workers to be their payee. So that's something you can do also. So if you have any questions, so that maybe I left something out that you might really be interested in finding out, leave your comments below and I will definitely check on it, let you know about that. So, how are you in this crisis we're living in this world? I hope all of you are doing well, eating healthy, and doing your exercises or everything like that, being locked indoors. So now what we're going to do is what we do every Monday, banana time.
I've been on the road going in circles.
All my unique royal beauties now, we must have banana time. One of the best sources of stress relief. And those of you with your unique royal conditions, banana works miracles with lifting you up and making you feel better. I tell you.
baby boy in the cradle. Bad energies lurk in the shadows. Enemy working like you on a payroll. Had friends but they walked to the side. Tried to explain how Christ gave me life. Words were ignored when they left in their mind, and they don't even call just to say hi. Could tell what was judged by the look in their eyes. Yeah, I was hurt, but I just let it ride. Jesus is the best friend in my life, next to my family and my soon-to-be wife. I'm sorry, I was on the wrong road. Saw me going in a circle.
I hope that you are joining in on Banana Time every week. But if you don't, please take the time. And all of you new people who are to my channel, thank you for stopping by my channel. Please take the time to like, subscribe if you feel that you would like to hear more topics like this, and also hit the notification button so that you will not miss any more information that I have coming out every week on Mondays. I will be talking about everything that you unique royal beauties have going on. Every Monday a different subject. Please come back on Mondays. I hope you unique royal beauties have been eating your bananas and drinking your water, staying strong. Take a deep breath while you are indoors in this crisis of a world we're living in. Trying your best to eat right and stay safe. So, like I told you, I have paperwork to share with you. There is good news, okay? Good news for you. Start from the beginning, people who do not get Social Security but want Social Security. First of all, let me tell you, do not get an attorney. I know they tell you have to get an attorney. Do not get an attorney. I personally have dealt with several clients. Attorneys, obviously, just want to get 30% of your money, okay? 20% or whatever, 25% depending on where you live at. Attorney is for after all else fails, and I do mean all else fails, okay? Then you have no alternative. But I feel that with information I'm going to give you, that you won't have to get an attorney. So you can fight this yourself. If you can't fill out the forms, which are a lot, and you have no one else to do that, maybe I can direct you for some assistance for that. But try not to get an attorney, okay? Leave your comments if you have questions about that. What you want to do is you want to fill out all your paperwork yourself, have a family member, a friend, or if you don't have anyone, like I said, let me know. And you want to keep to it. It's a lot. I will tell you, it is a lot, okay? It's just unnecessary lot work. However, the good news is when I told you that for you guys who did not have Social Security, okay, and you need assistance while you're waiting, the main way of getting approved for Social Security is one little form and one little form. I mean, how many times I have experience dealing with people close to me that I realized that's all they really wanted. They won't tell you. Your doctors won't tell you. And definitely, let me tell you, make sure you have a good doctor, okay? Otherwise, they can screw you up. I can tell you stories about doctors who have screwed up clients so bad, writing the wrong thing down and everything. And these people are in such bad situations to the point of becoming homeless, okay? So please make sure you have the right doctor. If your doctor is not doing what you need done, please change doctors. Most insurances you can change doctors. It takes about three weeks, but do it. It's worth it. And if you don't have insurance, please find a doctor. There is resources for you that you can get one. So the lucky form is going to be, it looks like this. This is how it looks. And what it says is, it's going to look just like this. It's just different states. I crossed out things because of the state and the privacy of the information that I had. So, on line 1, the first one is going to say permanently disabled, okay? Permanently disabled. If you know that you are permanently disabled and you have conditions known as clinically depression for several years, schizophrenia, and bipolar, that box should be checked. I cannot express to you how many times these doctors did not check that box. I don't know if they're just don't know their, if they're like don't know their job, or they're just doing this to clients because they don't want them to get their Social Security check. I don't know. But the first box that says permanently disabled, permanently disabled basically means you cannot work any gainful employment, period, point blank, period, okay? And with the conditions I named to you, a lot of times you just can't. That's just impossible, especially schizophrenic, psychosis. You just can't. And like with some of the conditions, it's automatic. They have a little list in Social Security office just to let you know that if you have depression that is not considered clinically depression, and you have anxiety, you need two things for them to look at the list to say automatic. But that's only by looking at a list. If you have the proper doctor and they check this box, it does not matter if you have two things or not. Some conditions, one is good enough, but they'll put you through the long route. If you fill this out, your life will be so much easier, and you will cut a lot of red tape. You won't end up in the courtroom. The first one states you cannot work. It means that you won't have to fill out all these forms about being functionable and all these things I'm sure a lot of you came across. Period. Okay. Now, if you're not that type of situation and you're number 2 and you're just starting off and you're not so sure about your disability, you just became disabled, you hope to get better. Everybody hopes to get better. Oh, I pray that all of you get better, and you will get better. Even if you continue with your unique conditions, you will still get better and be able to live a life of some sort. You just need what you're supposed to get, and you're supposed to get your Social Security if you're supposed to get that. Box 2 very clearly states that you are disabled for at least 12 months or more, okay? Now, if you're disabled for 12 months or more, it states that you may be also a Social Security client, okay? So, in that type of situation, there's dates on here. If you see box 2, dates. Make sure your doctor fills the proper dates out. So, he'll write down a date that he determined that you were disabled with your condition. And then the second date has to be over 12 months. Preferably at least 2 years or more. So that's the people I find out have been called into Social Security after maybe sometimes getting Social Security for 5 and 6 years. They've never worked, never had a job. So obviously they're not able. So obviously that's why they're on disability, but you have to have the proper form filled out to help you. Now, with that one, number 2, you will be called in at some point, 2 years, 3, 4, 5, depending on how long your doctor checks the data for. Then they're going to ask for a functionability report. If you are still dealing with your unique conditions, at that point, 2, 3, 4, 5 years later, you are now considered box number 1, permanently disabled. That's when you need to get this form to them so they can fill that properly out for number 1, okay? Now, then there's box number 3. So most of you won't have, if you have unique conditions that I discuss on my channel, most of you will not be dealing with box number 3, but some of you might. So box number 3 is temporarily disabled, okay? A lot of times that's for people who maybe get their leg broke, their arm broke or something like that. And there's specific dates on that line also. that they want filled out. Okay. Now, this particular form that I showed you is available at your public assistance office. So they're not going to offer it to you automatically. Okay. These social workers just don't do it. You must ask for it. There's not a number on it, but you would say, look, there's a form. If you want me to give you a copy, you guys, a copy of a form, this won't be looking exactly alike in your state, then let me know, and I'll see if I can put that on my channel for you to upload, so you can have an idea of how the form, to show them what you need. Now, this particular form will help you to help yourself while you're waiting for your disability, at least with food assistance and medical that you highly need. And in addition, once you qualify, just to let you know, once you qualify for medical assistance, you will be able to also get transportation assistance. Okay, so if you didn't know that, now you know. Okay, so also, my unique royal beauties, let me tell you one more thing about that with your Social Security. Some of you guys have a red, white, and blue card, and some of you guys don't. So if you have a red, white, and blue card from the Social Security office, let me tell you, talking about transportation, take it to your local port authority, like with the bus station. They should be able to give you a bus pass. So many of you unique royal beauties do not get what you're supposed to get. Okay, the bus passes most people get, like for senior citizens, when they are 65, maybe 62 in some cases, or older. You can get a bus pass. It's not, it looks something like that, but if you're under 65, it'll be like a 50% off bus pass. And no, that will help you a lot. So every state is different with transportation. So say you have $100 on your bus pass, you will only have to pay like $1 on the bus. Okay, or you can put whatever you want on the bus pass. In most states, like I said, every state's different. Find out what your state, how they do the transportation. Leave a message with me, and I will check it out for you and help you with that. Now, that's one transportation situation. If you don't have a red, white, and blue card, there is still a way for you to get that bus pass, but then you will have to have a doctor to fill a form out, and your port authority should be able to give you that form. Okay, then there is a transportation problem straight through the welfare department. That takes a little bit of more work, which means that you have to call in advance, tell them that you have an appointment. Okay, and then they will write that down, and they will reimburse you your money, whether you go in a cab or whether you catch the bus. They will reimburse you. So that's a little bit more work involved. If you're able and you have the strength and everything, I know all of you have unique situations, then you can do that and get it back. Also, let me tell you, a lot of you might not know, your clinic, your hospital that you go to, you can ask the social worker there to tell them you need transportation. You have to come back and forth to these appointments every week, every 2 weeks, every month. You need assistance. So that will automatically lessen some of the stress that you unique royal beauties have. So my unique royal beauties, if you like the topics that I discuss on my channel and you want to join the unique royal beauty family, please feel free to hit the subscribe button on the left hand side in the video, or you can hit the subscribe button when you go down right below, and also leave a comment. Please let me know all your questions. I am glad to help you. I am here for you. Know that I am here for you, like I always tell you. When you see all your psychiatrists and your therapists, when you're home alone, call me. I'm your side chick. So, see you later, darlings. Until next week.